Marty and a Voyage Thither, Volume 2 of 2, by Herman Melville, narrated by Brian Godwin. Chapter 1, Marama. We were now voyaging straight for Marama, where lived and reigned in mystery the High Pontiff of the adjoining isles, Prince, Priest, and God, in his own proper person, great Lord Paramount over many kings in Marty, his hands full of scepters and crosshaires. Soon, rounding a lofty and insulated shore, the great central peak of the island came in sight, domineering over the neighboring hills, the same aspiring pinnacle descried in drawing near the archipelago and the chamois. "Tall peak of Ofo," cried Babbalanja, "how comes it that thy shadow so broods over Marty, flinging new shades upon spots already shaded by the hillsides, shade upon shade?" "Yes, so it is," said Yumi sadly, "that where the shadows fall, gay flowers refuse to spring, and men long dwelling therein become shady of face and of soul." "Hast thou come out from the shadows of Ofo?" inquires the stranger, of one with a clouded brow. "It was by this same peak," said Moe, "that the nimble god Ru, a great sinner above, came down from the skies a very long time ago. 3 skips and a jump, and he landed on the plain. But alas, poor Ru, though easy the descent, there was no climbing back." "No wonder then," said Babbalanja, "that the peak is inaccessible to man, though with a strange infatuation many still make pilgrimages thereto, and wearily climb and climb till slipping from the rocks they fall headlong backward, and oftentimes perish at the base." "Aye," said Moe, "in vain on all sides of the peak various paths are tried. In vain new ones are cut through the cliffs and the brambles. Ofo yet remains inaccessible." "Nevertheless," said Babbalanja, "by some it is believed that those who by dint of hard struggling climb so high as to become invisible from the plain, that these have attained the summit, though others much doubt whether their becoming invisible is not because of their having fallen and perished by the way." "And wherefore," said Media, "do you mortals undertake the ascent at all? Why not be content on the plain? And even if attainable, why would you do that upon that lofty clouded summit? Or how can you hope to breathe that rarefied air unfitted for your human lungs?" "True, my lord," said Babbalanja, "and Bardiana asserts that the plain alone was intended for man, who should be content to dwell under the shade of its groves, though the roots thereof descend into the darkness of the earth. But, my lord, you well know that there are those in Marty who secretly regard all stories connected with this peak as inventions of the people of Marama. They deny that anything is to be gained by making a pilgrimage thereto, and for warranty they appeal to the sayings of the great prophet Alma." Cried Moe, "But Alma is also quoted by others in vindication of the pilgrimages to Ofo. They declare that the prophet himself was the first pilgrim that thitherward journeyed, that from thence he departed to the skies." Now, excepting this same peak, Marama is all rolling hill and dale, like the sea after a storm, which then seems...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?